Okay, so we are actually going to get into real picks this time around. First pick, Kindred, no questions asked. Great pick to have a carry jungler there for the team who shall not be named. On the other side, Western Hamsters thinking about a Cassiopeia, which would do a lot to limit Kindred's mobility with that grounded effect from the miasma, but I'm not necessarily sure anybody's quite thought of that as a...
The issue with Cassio is the fact that she can't really boot out the Kindred. That's her biggest issue. No. I can see you just sitting there like.
No, I'm thinking to myself, there's no possible way Techno would have actually just said that. And I'm like, wait a second.
I have just done that. It is Techno. You should know that.
I can't believe you've done this.
You can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
I do not believe.
Oh yeah, I do not believe it. Yeah, you're right. But the issue is, if you use it too much, it will get copyrighted, and then
no one will want to say it anymore. But
yeah,
on Caitlyn and Rek'Sai, you got to talk about League of Legends at some point, Techno.
Yeah, and not about Rocket League of Legends, like some people are asking. Caitlyn, Rek'Sai, we saw Caitlyn and Rek'Sai in the previous game. And, and now the Twitch and Braum. So, Twitch, I'm pretty sure we've seen him last week as well. And he was pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm. That is true, but he does require a very specific set of players, team around him. You definitely have to have some peel, and that's exactly what Braum has meant. You should expect to see a top lane tank this game as well, something like a Maokai if it weren't banned, so just kind of that general idea to protect the Twitch a little bit more. But Je suis Kaz, Kitty, down there in the dual lane, super excited to see what they can accomplish.
Yeah, I'm quite curious. I'm quite curious how this game will play out, but I like the combination of Twitch and Kindred. It's a lot of burst damage, especially if Twitch can, burst damage. If they crit, of course. If they crit.
I like the counter here with a Taric being chosen there for Lennart. The armor is going to be really, really effective against a double AD team composition, so definitely going to want to have that. Rek'Sai tunnels in, and then you can put the stun on Rek'Sai so that he can tunnel in with that, as he is a Bastion empowered champion. So not too bad, not too shabby here on the Western Hamsters team composition. And Annie being picked up, that's a little bit interesting. I wouldn't necessarily have expected that. It's not locked in just yet, but something tells me it might be. New Trinity Force is out there, and it's a Jax from Morsu.
Yeah, I was already wondering, the moment they actually hovered over Jax, why wouldn't you pick Jax in this situation? Well, because you don't know your opponent yet. You don't know your top lane opponent, but Lennart's... Oh, no. No.
Not the
No.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going for. The blue champion with 2 blue spells. Will it be locked in? Please no. We saw that last week. It was not effective.
Yeah, we saw how that played out. Trundle, on the other hand, against the Jax, I guess if Jax pops his ultimate and then Trundle pops the subjugate, you get a lot of stats. Just like boom for free.
Yep.
Can he actually fight back against Jax? That's something I would wonder about.
Jax is one of the most ridiculously high scaling champions of the game.
So no.
It is actually a new locked in. I can't. I can't even.
Yeah.
What are we witnessing? I'm just like, I'm literally face palming here. It is a new. For Dami is boosted. He will be running Smite, and he will try to take a camp at level 1. It's not a big mystery. No one's surprised by this at all. If you guys got some fail fishes in chat, let me see them, because this is quite the team composition. I was liking it. I was loving it. I wanted more of it, but I did not know what I was getting myself into. Holy cow! What a day to be alive. So excited that I can be here with you today, Techno. I don't know what I would.
It's definitely a new meta. That's for certain.
Yes, Techno. Yes, that is for certain. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah. The chat goes wild. I love it. It's great.
Oh, get me out of here! This is not.
There's a reason why he's boosted Rapids, because if he does this in normal play, then no amount.
That's actually referring to his chair. It's a chair that when you raise it, you boost the chair up. So they're just trying to say that he's sitting in a higher chair. That's obviously what's being referenced.
Yeah, that has to be the case. Or he's just a dummy. I'm pretty sure it's the second one. This is... Well, at the very least, you get to say Lachende Gerdas more often, Rapid.
Yeah, I think we can all be thankful for that, right? Right? No?
In any case, now that we have talked enough about the Nunu and have face-bombed enough about the Nunu, what can the players win in this tournament, Rapid? Ooh.
I mean, it's kind of dependent on the top lane. If Dami goes off and is able to destroy Jax, that's a great 1v1 matchup for Nunu. Initially, the problem is, the scaling as the game goes on. Plus, Kindred is just going to sit on that top lane, pitch a tent, light up the campfire, get some marshmallows, make some s'mores, camp out that top lane super hard, and there's not a whole lot Nunu can do about that.
Yeah. Well, you could say Dami is the problem. More so is the solution. I
mean, we'll get a chance to see if that is in fact the truth, because at least right now it's looking to be an uphill battle for our friends at the Western Hamsters.
Yeah, you know what the worst thing would be if Dami once again did exactly the same thing as last week and buy 2 Bami Cinders.
Yo, man, the Dami Bami Cinder, the double Dami Bami Cinder.
Dami Cinder, indeed.
Yep, that's pretty much what he did. Doesn't stack, but he's going for it. So we'll see if it's the same build. Like I said, yeah, Nunu actually does have a pretty decent matchup against Jax early on. But once that new Trinity Force gets completed, man, I don't know. Smite, no teleport top lane Nunu is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely something that makes my blood boil.
Does it, Techno?
Yes, it definitely consumes my soul.
Oh my god. Well, Techno
the level of this cast is dropping to an absolute 0.
Well, I think I can agree with that, Techno.
It's horrible.
Yes, it is.
I am definitely horrible. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's just leave it at that, Techno. I don't think any more.
Let's stay it here. Let's keep it at that for now. Never mind the top lane. We haven't talked about the middle lane. Ezreal versus LeBlanc.
Yeah, it's pretty much Ezreal tries to poke and be annoying, and if he ever gets caught, he explodes. So, it should be pretty exciting.
Exciting gameplay. Yeah, it's very similar to what we saw last game. Caitlyn runs into, or rather, Facility runs into Death Rip. Boom.
Yeah, he did that quite a couple times at least that I can remember. So super excited to see what is in store for us, Techno. Are you ready for game number 2?
Yeah, definitely. We're going to just hop into the game as fast as possible, and yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be an interesting matchup. That's for certain. As we hop into game number 2 of tonight, and the winner. Well, I would definitely say that the team of the Lachende Gerdas is a clear favorite here.
I would definitely agree with you, Techno. I feel very confident in your expert analysis in that regard. No worries. Just going to expect that to happen. As soon as we load into the game, I am still loading in. But as soon as we get in, we should have our second game underway. Of course, this is the second of 3 games coming your way here today in the ESL Benelux group stages. Once again, if you guys are interested in going to the finals, if you live in or near the Benelux, you can actually purchase tickets to see all of these teams, or at least the finals teams, in person at the finals in I believe it's the Amsterdam Arena on the 7th and 8th of July. So go there, check it out, get your tickets online, and yeah, definitely go check that out.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be amazing, and there's also going to be more over there for you to actually enjoy. There's going to be an expo that has a lot of stuff to do, and I believe Fnatic is also going to be involved in some way. So stay tuned for further information on that. So yeah, it's definitely worth a while to actually go to that place. But also, we have Hearthstone and CS:GO that will also be played there. So as always, a lot of stuff to do at the Amsterdam Arena. And let's focus on the game right now, because we're here in the here and now, and just picks up the same, well, pretty much the same items as Leonard and Devilgold. So nothing too special in that bottom lane.
Yeah, I'm glad that I realized it was J-Suite Kaz, playing support. Otherwise, that Rom 80 carry would have been a little bit questionable. But still waiting to see what Domi's up to. He boosted himself up to the top lane, and I don't think it's a big mystery to see, to know that he'll go in there. And Kitty and J-Suite Kaz, they know exactly what to expect, and they're going to go for an easy first blood here, and they'll probably be able to get it. Yeah, you can see the ignite there. He's gonna flash over the wall. Oh, the double flash!
Yeah.
And there it is, first blood for Kitty.
Yeah, I was just going to let you just go straight for that. What can I say? I don't even know what Domi was doing right there. Why did he do that?
I don't think Domi knows what Domi was doing right there. It was
does anyone know?
Quite the interesting play, Techno.
Also interesting here is Kindred and Tafike and Morsu together. Doing a little bit of a double jungle, which is something we haven't seen since, ever. And does it? Yeah, they actually give Morsu the final hit. Does that actually give the bonus experience over to Kindred?
I believe it does, Techno.
Yeah.
As long as Kindred gets the last hit, Kindred will get the experience. If she doesn't, then no. Sorry, man, you're not getting any experience. Now, interesting to see this kind of double jungle, because you traditionally, you traditionally do not, see a cooperative effort in the jungle. But this is going to be not necessarily double jungle, but more just committing to trying to take this top turret down early with a 4v0 push.
Yeah, definitely. But in the meantime, look at Domi here, already in the jungle, just moving around and actually stealing them away from Morsu and Tafike. So what do? They rotate up to the top lane, and this is something that hails back from Season 4, Season 5, destroying a turret really early in the game.
I'm still not sold on this double jungle strat from Western Hamsters. It's very unique, it's very interesting. I'm really excited to see how it works. I just don't think it will actually work that well. I mean, it remains to be seen. Prove me wrong, but still have a lot to look forward to. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, definitely. So both turrets will be going down at relatively the same time. Yeah, it's quite interesting to see. I'm still a little bit flabbergasted. I'm not sure where this game is going. I don't think any of us do, but yeah.
That's a fair assumption. I think I'd agree with you. Turret's going down though, and we are seeing the effectiveness of this double jungle. Essentially, Domi is boosted. Domi's just in the jungle. He's counter jungling, so he's not taking the jungle away from Higa. I hope Higa knows how to play around this, because if he doesn't, then it's going to be you have to be really ready to help Domi out if he gets countered while he's counter jungling. And this actually is going to be a little bit rough for Tafike, because he will not have the ability to stack up all of his stacks to farm out that jungle. Luckily, he does not need to he doesn't need to stack up a Devourer anymore. He's just going to get that from the Majra's Razors as soon as he buys it. But yeah. Top lane, Morsu might be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he got now coming in here. Morsu actually getting knocked up after he already flashed, so the counter-strike comes out. Exhaust also goes down. They're trying to take him down. One more hit should do it.
I think he's alive. Yeah, they're not going to go for the dive without minions.
Yeah, it's a little bit too risky right there. But now Domi is boosted in the bottom lane. Also needs to be a little bit careful. I mean, Kitty and Yasuikas are quite nearby. On the other hand, they're dealing with a Nunu. Consume is going to be massive, and now Domi decides, okay, also a Jax, let's not stay here.
Oh, there's Ignite actually going down underneath that bottom turret.
Yeah, he goes down.
He
just gets obliterated. He should
Yeah,
have
it
done.
turns out he has no defensive stats at all, so Dami's having some struggles.
Yeah, I mean, the idea that your consume will keep you alive is pretty good, but you saw what happens.
I don't know about pretty good. I feel like you're being pretty kind there, Techno.
I'm very kind. I'm very kind. So, oh wow, he got. Did Diggle just flash forward in the top lane in order to? Wow.
I think he did. Yeah. I saw that, Techno. Don't worry. You were not the only one.
I'm this game. In any case, top tower will be taking a lot of damage. On the other hand, if we're looking at the team of Lachende Gerdas, they've already taken down that bottom tower as well. So that's already a loss for them. Plus, with Tefake on the dragon, that's actually the Ocean Drake, I believe. So that means that they get a lot of regenerative stats incoming. And the next one is also going to be an Ocean Drake.
That is true. So if you get both of those early, you could basically just pick any lane you want, sit in it, and chill out because you're going to be regenerating all of those stats up. Although top lane, you can see Dami together with the rest of the Western Hamsters trying to get their push on, and they have taken down that early top lane turret. See if they can make anything else happen, because currently Diggle God is counter jungling as a Caitlyn. It doesn't work. Sorry, man.
Yeah. Let's take a quick look at the levels right now, because that's also an interesting thing to keep an eye on in order to see how far people are progressing. Domius Boosters is actually keeping up with Marsu here. I don't know how, but I guess it's due to the jungle item there.
Yeah, it's a lot of extra experience, let's put it that way. So you can definitely expect to see maybe comparable levels, but it's definitely not going to be easy to transition out of that, because you're going to be forced into building jungle items, which give you no combat stats. They're basically just built for jungling, and now, oh, Dami, he's going to miss the first chain, but the second one will land.
Yeah, and Domi's trying to just escape right now. He has the ignite on him. Actually, Koskyu was almost there to take down Domi, but the Blood Boy actually keeps him alive. Wow. It was an additional movement speed, I guess, from his W. Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. Just Dami doing Dami things, man.
I'm surprised. But take a look at Jax right now versus Dami. 45 CS versus a 16 on Dami. Looking at the amount of golds, that's a 900 gold advantage. But Tefake now in a lot of trouble, forced to flash away, still getting chased down with Marsu is here, and immediately Leonard and Higa need to get the hell out of there, but they're in a lot of trouble. They're taking quite a bit of damage. Gonja now coming in as well, but from the left there's Koskyu. He blows up Leonard. Now he's looking for maybe another one. Higa in a lot of trouble. Wow, just gets obliterated top lane as well. Domi under the tower will go down, and now back at the Dragon Pit, even more action. I mean, Rapid, there's so much happening right now. It's just incredible.
Okay, Moroccan can probably peace out there. Tefake actually wants to turn this one around. The rest of his team is so low. Can they make this work? The answer is yes. They get one. They get two, Techno.
That ultimate coming out from Kindred was so good. Lamb's Respite actually healing up his team in order to blow up Diggle God right after. So, wow, 7-0 already. 4 minutes, 4,000 gold advantage for half actually. 9 minutes in. Oh boy, Leonard. Oh, hello. You speak Kaz and you speak Kitty. Goodbye, Leonard. You're dead. There's not much to be said about that one. Contaminate is about to pop. Yep, there we go.
He even reads the flash too with some aggressive positioning there. And yeah, that is why bushes are not your friend, Techno. That's why you need Pokeballs in order to walk into the tall grass.
The issue is this rat. This rat is definitely not going to get caught that easily. You're going to need a Master Ball for that one. But in the meantime, though, Koskyu gets the blue buff. Now heading straight back to the middle lane. But yeah, what? I don't even know. I don't even know. If the Western Hamsters want to win, what do they need to do at this point?
They need to get a new top laner. I don't know, man. Dami's have some struggles. I feel like the top lane Smite Nunu meta left us a long time ago.
Yeah, pretty much. In the meantime, though, this push here coming out from the Lachende Gerdas, Conjo completely forced away. Leonard also rotating in, but yeah, this tower down to 200-ish hit points and will actually go down. Now they're going straight for Leonard. Leonard does not have his invulnerability just yet, so now he's just going to get blown to pieces.
Jeez.
Wow.
So much damage.
Conjo goes in. They're immediately going to try and follow up on this, but I don't know if this is actually a good thing. Deaglebot goes down and yeah. People die rapid. That's basically how it goes right now, as Domi also gets obliterated.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that Ezreal positioning. It certainly looked to me like he just walked into the middle of the enemy team and died. I'm sure there was something else going on, but some questionable decision making there. And now Higa, the one trying to get the extra points from a touchdown here. Not really sure what his escape plan is, but he's certainly trying to be as elusive as possible. Sorry, man, not gonna work out.
Yeah, he's dead. Goodbye. And finally, Tafke actually gets one of his own targeted jungle camps. Now Leonard, yeah, Leonard will actually go down. No, he'll actually survive because popped his exhaust to keep Kitty away from him. But now Digglegot just gets deaded. I think that's a.
Oh, he's gonna go back in for this kill under turret. No, just kidding. Tarek will back away.
In the meantime, as we were talking, middle lane, Cosq blows up Conjo in one go. It's Conjo double boots of mobility and another boots of speed. He really wants to go fast.
The only problem with that is, I feel like if you want to go fast, you go swiftness boost, because otherwise you get hit and you're just super slow because you get no bonus movement speed from that. But he will certainly be attempting to go as quickly as possible. We'll see how fast that actually makes him go.
Yeah, we can actually click on him and find that out, but it's definitely the team of Lachende Gerdas just pushing in. Tafke going dangerously low though, but now they're turning around onto Digglegot. Digglegot will get invulnerability. No, he won't. He gets destroyed. Yeah, goodbye. From the rear though, Domi's boost is coming in. Absolute zero does absolutely zero.
Wow, Ezreal actually did get the execute there. Moderately impressive. Bottom lane, only 13 minutes in. You can't surrender yet, Techno. We have to be here for at least 20 minutes. 17-0. Certainly seems like it's going to be a difficult proposition.
Oh, Leonard now in a lot of trouble. Morsu.
Morsu with the mercy.
Wow. Actually, now it's Cosq fighting Higa. Higa actually gets like. What is he doing?
He wants to be his Pokemon.
Yeah, he's trying to stay on the leash, but unfortunately, Cosq isn't really that good with his pets, and he dies. It's kind of like my goldfish. Like I used to have a goldfish, but then I put it like on the counter.
And then why would you put the goldfish on the counter and eat the bowl?
In the bowl. But the issue was the bowl was right in all the sunlight, so you can imagine how hot the bowl got. As Morsu is just doing exactly the same as the sun did to my goldfish, as it took down both Leonard and Digglegot.
Wow! Oh my gosh, Cosq, he's having some exciting times here.
Yeah.
Looks like we might have some connection issues for Leonard, although I did see him just move on the fountain. Not sure if he's here or not here or what's going on, but it is certainly a
smart move by Higa, keeping himself alive.
Yeah, there you go, Techno. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at this. Digglegot goes in, he dies. Higa is being smart, moves away from the entire fight. I mean, that's definitely And Conjo does exactly the same. I mean, just showing that he has right. Yeah.
Alright, well, we do have a reconnect there, so Leonard is going to get back into the game. Will he be back in time to save his team, is the question, Techno.
I don't think so. It's going to be a little bit hard. Well, it could happen now. Cosq takes a little bit of damage. Exhaust goes down.
It can happen, man. I'm a believer. 10 kills here for Cosq, and Kitty's not even stopping there either. A double kill there. 11 kills for Cosq.
It was so close, but it was actually Kindred saving Kitty right there.
Nice try. You could tell that Tafke he was on top of that one. He knew what to expect. will make this a 26-0, 15-minute win. All right, man.
I think we have our second 12-pointer here.
Yeah, I think we do. I think we do, Techno. And that is going to do it. A dominant victory by the team who shall not be named over the Western Hamsters, who may need to think about incorporating, some more words, maybe some more animals into their team names, because it certainly did not look good for them at that game.